Chase Jackson, founder of Energy Easy, providing personal and professional vitality with another fabulous video in our nutrition video series. This awesome video is on the pros and cons of the paleo diet versus the China study diet, which is really kind of what vegans base their diet on. Both diets claim that they help with obesity, increase vitality, and lower chance for disease. But there are some distinct differences between the two, along with some similarities that we are going to get into and show you in this short, fabulous video. Let's do it. Nutrition. The China study is the most comprehensive biomedical research study ever completed on diet, lifestyle, and disease. It was done by Dr. Colin Campbell, who studied over 880,000 Chinese. And his big outcome of that comprehensive study was that there is a direct correlation between the amount of animal products that we eat and diseases, particularly cancer and heart disease. And it was based on the idea that most rural Chinese that he studied ate mostly a plant-based diet, and they had very little of these diseases. And the urban Chinese that he studied had more of a meat-based diet, and they had higher rates of these diseases. And Dr. Colin Campbell recommends no meat, no dairy, lots of vegetables, and lots of grains. The China study, most comprehensive biomedical diet and lifestyle and disease study ever completed. That's awesome. 880,000 people. Are you kidding me? The paleo diet is based on the fact that for 99.5% of human being evolution to where we are now, we were hunters and gatherers. And that means that the paleo diet is based on what our ancestors ate as hunters and gatherers. This means meat, vegetables, plants, berries, seeds, and no grains, which differs from the China study diet. And the reasoning behind this, from the paleo's perspective, is that most grains contain gluten in them, and research is showing us that most human beings are gluten intolerant. Hence the gluten-free packaging that you see everywhere in the gluten-free foods. The paleo diet, eat like your ancestors. What we eat in our diet and our nutrition, of course, is very important. And for vegans and for members of the paleo diet, many of which are very passionate about these two different ways of providing vitality and nutrition to our lives. And this is creating a pretty interesting food fight between the paleo eaters versus the vegans who base their diet off the China study. And while both these, the paleo diet and the China study, there is a ton of awesome nutrition benefits to both of them, there are flaws in the research behind it. With the China study, what Dr. Colin Campbell didn't take into consideration when looking at disease, he didn't take into consideration that people in urban environments are exposed to a lot more pollution and are exposed to a lot more stress. And also, a lot of his research was based on the study of mice. And there is debate about, with each different study involving mice, how that correlates with humans. And with the paleo diet, there has been very little scientific evidence to prove that this is beneficial to how we are living now. Yes, we were hunters and gatherers for thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, but no one knows how much meat we really ate, whether we are more foragers as a species than meat eaters. Food fight of the century, vegans versus paleos, it's on. These diets are distinctly different, but what they both have in common is no processed food and no dairy. And that is what the main outcome I want my watchers to get from this video, is to improve your health. All the scientific research says cut out the sugar, cut out the processed food, and cut out the dairy. In regards to meat, for me personally, I'm more of a grain person. I like rice and quinoa over meat, but that is kind of just my personal awareness of my body and how it reacts in terms of my energy levels. I only sleep 5 to 6 hours a night, and I notice that when I eat meat, I get tired compared to when I eat rice or quinoa, which boosts my energy. But I know, for another example, my wife, who is also big into nutrition, she finds more value in meat rather than grains and carbs. So personal preference, biggest outcome to take away from this video, from the paleo diet, from the China study: no sugar, no processed foods, and no dairy. Chase Jackson, providing personal and professional vitality, founder of Energy Easy. Another fabulous video in our nutritious video series. Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.